Laudetur Jesus Christus, praised be Jesus Christ. Welcome to this live-streamed broadcast of the solemn swearing-in ceremony of the Pontifical Swiss Guards, taking place this year in the Vatican's Paul VI Hall. And from wherever you're joining us, I'd like to welcome you to this live broadcast. Some of you may be joining us through the various Vatican media channels, the Vatican News app, the Radio Vaticana app, the Vatican News web portal, or Vatican News English YouTube channel. To all of you joining us through EWTN TV, Sultan Light TV, Shalom World TV, at Mardashan TV, Catholic Faith Network in America, and to all of you joining us through radio stations, among whom are listeners of Radio Maria England, Luminous Radio in India, and other internet sites throughout the world, welcome to you all. It will be my pleasure to be with you today and provide you with the English commentary of the ceremony and the translation of Pope Leo XIV's words as the ceremony does take place in his presence. I'm Linda Bordoni, and it's my real pleasure to welcome a real Swiss Guard here with me in the radio, in the commentary booth. Finn, introduce yourself.
Thank you very much, Linda. Of course, it is my pleasure to be here with you. My name is Finn Schechtelin, and I have been in the Swiss Guard for about 2 years now.
Lovely. So we will have some correct information coming from Finn, thank goodness, as my knowledge of such technicalities may be a bit sketchy. So we are watching preparations happening in the Paul VI Hall, perhaps because the weather's a bit iffy today.
Yes, just to be sure that it all goes smoothly. They changed the location from in front of the Apostolic Palace into the Aula, as we see it now.
Yes, I remember that it was in the St. Damasus courtyard in the open. Here we're saying a lineup of bishops we're seeing sitting here waiting for this very choreographic event. Can I say that? The wonderful costumes, the colors, and a lot of music.
One very important thing to say, not a costume, a uniform.
Right,
no
sorry,
problem,
I
Linda.
apologize,
no
absolutely.
Problem. But yes, you are correct. This is a big event, I can't say ancient, but very old event. And it takes a lot of preparation for all of us, which is something to keep in mind while you're watching this oath-taking, swearing-in ceremony, that behind the scenes there's been a ton of preparation, hours and hours of training, just to get everything as good as you're going to see it today.
Lovely. So the Swiss Guard has been protecting the Pope since 1506. And this has remained unchanged to this day. So yes, of course we understand it's a very solemn oath you're taking.
It is the most important part of any Swiss Guard's career, to be able to stand in front of probably their whole family, in front of, in this case, very important people from Switzerland, some of the most important people. It's important to just to keep in mind that this is the big event for every Swiss Guard's career.
I understand that this year the commander of the Swiss Army itself will be present or is present here today.
In fact, there are many, many important people from the Swiss Army present, and from everyone that has to do with Switzerland pretty much. There are also from the cantons important people representing their own cantons. Every year there's a different canton that's being represented, and yeah, it's just important, and it shows a kind of connection we still have to Switzerland. The Swiss Guard is Swiss.
And we're watching Pope Leo XIV. Who is he greeting there?
He's greeting our chaplain and our commander.
Thank you. Paul VI Hall seems to be filled to the brim. I see the foreign minister there, the Archbishop Paul Richard Gallagher. And help me along, Finn, as he greets maybe someone that you recognize.
Right now he's greeting official representatives from Switzerland.
The hall is packed. I see a lot of very decorated military officials in the audience. And a huge sense of expectation.
This is the most nerve-wracking part of the oath-taking ceremony, definitely. Soon there will be fanfares into the aula with trumpets.
Just briefly, I've read that this year there are 28 guards who are taking their oath, swearing the oath to the flag. And each of them will individually promise to protect and defend the reigning Pope and all his legitimate successors, even at the cost of their lives.
Correct. And now the fanfare begins.
All those present are standing, they're turned to the back of the hall, obviously to welcome in a band, I think.
Now all of the Swiss guards who will do the swearing in, plus the band, are arriving.
Okay.
What's important to see here is they are marching in a very slow pace. This is what we call marcia lente, so slow march in Italian. And it's to present arms, so it's to show off the halberd, how you hold it, and of course the full armor, well, the top full armor breastplate and everything that they only wear to very special events.
Is it very heavy?
It does get quite heavy, but you also feel very powerful when wearing it, although it does get harder to get through doorways.
It's amazing to watch.
Also to keep in mind, the drummers and pipers of the Swiss Guards, they do wear a different uniform. Instead of the iconic yellow, red and blue, they have a yellow, blue and black uniform and different feathers. Yellow and black feathers instead of just the normal red ones.
Of course, every color and every ornament has a significance.
Of course, the iconic red, yellow and blue are the colors of the Medici family, which were taken inspiration from to create the uniforms in the first place and give them more of a Renaissance appeal, whereas the red, the yellow and black from the pipers and the drummers is to represent one of the higher officials who made that uniform.
So the Swiss Guard has served as the Pope's army, we were saying, since 1506, and it carries out both military and ceremonial duties. We see Swiss Guards around the Vatican, we see Swiss Guards during all the papal events, at the general audience, guarding the gates. And here we are watching this amazing marcia lenta.
As you can see, everyone is very focused on staying on beat, which is helped by the beating of the drums.
The drums are decorated on the front with the papal coat of arms.
That is correct. As you can see, there are a few people with halberds, and the ones at the front are holding a lance,
Yes.
signifying that they are not halberdiers, which we call our soldiers, but they're in fact vice corporals.
So it's a higher grade.
Yes, one grade above
Okay.
regular one.
Of course, addressing the guards will be the commander, Christoph Graf, who comes from the canton of Lucerne,
Correct.
and he will be addressing the guards, and the Pope, Pope Leo XIV himself, will also be delivering his own words of greeting and gratitude.
Correct. Like last year, my swearing-in ceremony in October, it is a massive honor.
What canton do you come from?
I'm from Zurich, the canton of Zurich, from the city itself.
Seems a shame almost to speak over this incredible, beautiful ceremony that is showing its full colours, but I'm sure many are interested to know that the date, the May the 6th, is the anniversary of the day in which Rome was invaded by Charles V in what was known as the sack of Rome, and on that occasion the Swiss Guards fought valiantly. Of the 189 Swiss guards, only 42 survived, managing at the last minute to escort Pope Clement VII to safety in Castel Sant'Angelo through the secret passage. And the day today commemorates that event.
Correct. It is also this event that truly made the Swiss Guard a staple of the Vatican and of the papal representation in general, that really truly stamped them as being part of the Pope's legacy.
So the ones we're watching who are going to ascend the steps now, are they the ones who will be taking their oath?
All of the ones with halberds,
Right.
they will be doing the
Okay.
swearing-in ceremony, except for one who was used to fill up so that the row would be the same.
Right.
The line is filled up by order of rank, then height, just as information. So the biggest go in front, and the smaller ones in the back.
Right. Do you have to be a certain height to be able to be drafted into the Swiss Guards?
The mandatory height is around 174 centimeters, although it is malleable depending on other criteria.
Right. And each uniform is tailored specifically for that guard, right? Each of you have your own uniforms.
Good save. Yeah, we all have our own uniforms that we keep in our room, which are either tailored anew or a pre-existing uniform which was tailored and adjusted to fit the new Swiss Guard. But they all fit very well.
They're absolutely beautiful.
It's true. It's an honor to work in them too. All commands in the Swiss Guard are given in German.
Is German your lingua franca in the barracks as well?
It is in fact not. It would be Italian that we will have to learn for our service. German is used for the commands, and people who are from the French parts, they speak French with each other. People from the Swiss part speak from the Swiss German part speak German with each other, and then there's also the Italian part that always speaks Italian. If someone doesn't know the other language, we all know Italian, so we can communicate that way during service or in our spare time.
Right, Italian is the language of the Vatican. We know that very well. We get all our documents in Italian. Even the documents today, they were first in Italian, and then we saw the originals in German. So.
Herr Oberst, Oberstleutnant Trozier, melde Ihnen das Detachement für die Zeremonie bereit.
The vice commander is announcing the guards who are going to swear in to the commander now. After which there will be a presentation of arms, meaning they will show the halberds, and the commander will do a check to see if everything is alright, if the armor is good, and if everything is clean.
So this is the commander. This is Christoph Graf, right?
Correct. He's now doing the double check, accompanied by both our chaplain and our vice commander.
Is your chaplain German as well?
Our chaplain is from
Speaks
German, but he is very fluent in all national languages of Switzerland.
So he's Swiss.
He is Swiss.
He's Swiss.
Yes.
Forgive me my slippery slide.
It is no problem. I'm here to assist.
As we say, jack of all trades and master of none.
He's still a master of one. Still better than a master of one. That's the whole saying.
Do you think so?
That's how the saying actually goes.
We try our best.
Zum Befehl, Herr Oberst.
They are now in what we call the resting position. And just as you can see, all the movements are very clean, on time, and that takes a lot of practice.
It's like watching a tapestry from the 15th century come to life. And I really do appreciate. This is, yes, your commander. Would you like to take us through this?
So, translated to English, what I've received, I will read to you the speech of our commander. Most Holy Father, it is for us an exceptional honor and great joy to have you with us today. Your presence at this solemn oath-taking ceremony is a precious sign of esteem and closeness toward these young guards, as well as toward the entire corps of the Pontifical Swiss Guard. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts. I also extend a very cordial greeting to the representatives and authorities present from the Church, politics, society, the military and the economy, as well as to the representatives of the invited Canton of Thurgau and the guests of the foundations of the Pontifical Swiss Guard. Through your participation,
della Guardia Svizzera Pontificia.
Through your participation, you honor not only more than 500 years of the Swiss Guards' fidelity in service to the successor of Peter, but you also strengthen the precious friendship that unites you to our corps.
Il prezioso legame di amicizia con il nostro corpo. Un saluto del tutto particolare.
A very special greeting is addressed today to the families, dear parents, dear brothers and sisters of our new guards. You have shaped these young men and now you are sending them forth so that they may carry out their service here, at the heart of the Church. Without your support, this path would not have been possible.
In cui hanno scelto di partire, affinché possano intraprendere qui nel cuore della Chiesa il loro servizio. Senza il vostro sostegno, questo cammino non sarebbe stato possibile. Desidero inoltre dare il benvenuto.
I also wish to welcome the families of the serving guards, our esteemed former guards, who remain linked to the Guard for life, as well as all friends of the Pontifical Swiss Guard.
Così come a tutti gli amici del nostro corpo. La missione della Guardia Svizzera.
The mission of the Pontifical Swiss Guard is entirely placed under the sign of service. I swear to serve with fidelity, loyalty and honor.
Lealmente e onorevolmente.
Dear guards, you have already begun your service, and by taking your oath today, you confirm your willingness to live the service consciously and with commitment.
A vivere questo impegno in modo consapevole e vincolante.
Many professions and roles include the word service, including in politics, the church, or the social field. But has this term not, in part, become an empty word in our society? To serve is often perceived critically. Some see it as an obstacle to personal fulfillment, or even associated with something low or humiliating.
Viene spesso guardato con spirito critico. Alcuni lo percepiscono come un ostacolo alla realizzazione personale, oppure lo associano, non di rado, a qualcosa di umile o persino di degradante. Eppure, care guardie,
But, dear guards, dear guests, is it not precisely at the very heart of our humanity to be there for others? We spend the greater part of our lives in service, whether for our fellow human beings, for the community, and before God. This is not a burden, but an opportunity. It is by placing our talents at the service of others that we fully realize ourselves. One who serves finds the key to true fulfillment.
È proprio mettendo i nostri talenti a disposizione degli altri che possiamo realizzare pienamente noi stessi. Chi serve scopre la chiave della vera realizzazione. A questo proposito, la fede ci offre
Faith offers us countless shining examples, beginning with Christ, who says, I have not come to be served, but to serve. This is the foundation of our understanding of service as human beings and Christians. It is an integral part of our identity.
Appartiene in modo essenziale alla nostra identità umana. La consapevolezza di essere
The awareness of being in service with one's whole being protects us from all forms of arrogance and from selfish misuse of our personal position. For whoever serves knows that he is not above those whom he serves.
Care guardie,
Dear guards, your being in service takes on a special meaning for you during your time in the Guards, that of supporting the Holy Father with all your strength, committing yourselves to him in word and deed, and offering him all necessary assistance to ensure his protection, so that he may carry out his mission as successor of the Apostle Peter.
Affinché possa compiere la propria missione quale successore dell'Apostolo Pietro. Ringrazio tutti di cuore per il vostro servizio.
I thank you very warmly for your readiness to serve. May this service help each of you to develop personally and to discover ever more clearly your vocation in order to live it fully.
Thank you, Finn. What's happening now?
Now the chaplain will start by saying the oath formula.
Okay.
Care guardie,
First, a speech.
è giunto il momento speciale del giuramento
It's the
che avete
moment
molto
for
atteso
the
e
oath
al quale vi siete
ceremony that
preparati
you
in
have
grande
listened,
impegno.
that you have been awaiting, and for
Un
which you have
giuramento
prepared.
pubblico.
It's a
Voi
public
testimoniate ora
swearing in
la vostra
in which
disponibilità
you
a
give witness to
servire
your
con totale dedizione.
availability to serve with total
Papa Regnante
dedication
Leone XIV
to the Pope
e i suoi
Leo
legittimi
XIV and
successori.
his legitimate
E se
successors,
fosse necessario
and if
a
necessary,
sacrificare persino la vostra vita
sacrifice
per
even
la
your own
loro
lives
protezione.
for their protection.
La vostra decisione e la vostra
Your
disponibilità al
decision and your
servizio, care
availability to
guardie,
serve,
sono
dear
espressione
guards,
del
are an
vostro
expression
coraggio
of your
e
courage
del vostro senso di
and of
responsabilità
your sense of
e
responsibility.
non hanno nulla
They
di
have nothing
romantico.
romantic.
Chi serve
He who
rinuncia
serves
anche a
renounces
qualcosa.
something, gives
Lo
something
sapete
up.
tutti
You
dalla
will know
vostra
that.
vita quotidiana.
You know that in your daily lives.
Privazioni, stanchezza,
Tiredness,
nostalgia di casa e
homesickness,
talvolta anche il
and
dubbio se
sometimes
tutto ciò
even the
valga
doubt.
la pena.
if all this really
Il dono di sé
is worth it.
ha il suo prezzo.
The gift of oneself has
Eppure
a high
chi
price, and
dona
yet
non diventa semplicemente
he who
più
gives of
povero.
himself does not become
La
poorer.
dedizione alla vita
Dedication to life,
a qualcosa di più grande
to
di noi
something that
stessi
is bigger than
ha una
ourselves,
qualità sacramentale
has a
qualità
sacramental
divina
value, a
che ci fa
divine quality
crescere
that makes
umanamente
us grow
spiritualmente.
humanly and spiritually.
e questa la verità esigente ma bella
This is the
del vero
truth
amore.
of true love. Dear guards, we are grateful that you have been called to this service that is so special and so honorable, that of the Pontifical Swiss Guard, that today you will be confirming with your oath-swearing formula.
Giuro di servire fedelmente, lealmente e onorevolmente.
I swear to serve faithfully, loyally, and in good faith the reigning Supreme Pontiff and his legitimate successors, to devote myself to them with all my strength, sacrificing, if necessary, my life in their defense. I assume the same duties towards the College of Cardinals during the vacancy of the Apostolic See. I furthermore promise the Commander and my other superiors respect, fidelity, and obedience. I swear this, so help me God and our holy patrons. The national anthems will now be played.
This is the Vatican national anthem.
Correct. And now the Swiss national anthem. The maestro of the Swiss Guard band just entered back in line. Now is the flag march, in which the flag of the Swiss Guard will be ushered in front of the Swiss Guards.
Can you tell us anything about that flag?
The flag is always up to date. It has the flag of the current Pope, of the founder Pope, and it has the colors of the Medici family, as well as the colors from the canton of which the commander is from. This is important. Every guard is being sent to the flag now. The guards are being called to the flag. In response, they will say, I, halberdier, so-and-so, swear to observe faithfully and in good faith all that has just been read to me. So help me God and our holy patrons. Kind of a shorter version of what our chaplain read.
Ich, Helleberg der Mohrer, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wagen mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen. Ab!
The 3 pointed fingers symbolize the Holy Trinity.
Moi, Albert de Kondratsky, je jure d'observer loyalement et de bonne foi tout ce qui vient de m'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et nos saints patrons m'assistent.
It is possible to swear in each of the national languages of the Swiss Guard.
We're listening to French.
Ich, Hellebardt Jemmenegger, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, zwar mit Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen.
You were saying the families will be present of the guards. I imagine a very emotional moment for all of them.
Very much, very much. It's a big part. For a lot of them, it's family tradition.
Really? Okay, so Swiss guards run in the family.
Many Swiss Guards have had family that have done the Swiss Guard too.
What language did you take your oath in?
German.
German. Do you have Swiss guards in your family?
One moment. That was Romansh, the fourth national language of Switzerland. And I haven't had any family in the Swiss Guard, as you were asking.
Ich, Hellebardt der Freund, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen. Ab! Ein!
Hellebardt, Albert, wie, Hochmeister!
Moi, Albardier Bauger, je jure d'observer loyalement et de bonne foi tout ce qui vient de m'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et nos saints patrons m'assistent.
Hallo, Bardis, Brandley, Gesetzerchen!
Schwöre! Ich, Hellebardt der Schmied, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen. Ab!
Some members of the band are also swearing in. They will not be wearing the armor, obviously, as they cannot play their instruments.
Ich, Hellebar Alben, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heilige Patrone helfen. Ab! Ein! Albardier, Garces Garcia! Raison, Sergent! Schwöre!
Jou, Albardier Spredli, e giro, da tener fidare moi, e concettiuse moi. Tut qua, che c'è sfiniule giù a vonami, a sci franc, che Deus e no sans patrut scide moi. Up!
As I think you've noticed, Linda, that was also Romansh, but in a different dialect. There are about 5 in Switzerland.
Ich, Hellebar Baumgartner, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen.
Ab! Ein!
Albardier, komm!
Présent, présent!
Schwöre!
Moi, Albardier Garces Garcia, je jure d'observer loyalement et de bonne foi tout ce qui vient d'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et nos saints patrons bassistes.
Ab! Ein!
Albardier, Giroud! Présent, sergent!
Schwöre!
Io, Albardier Iannolfo, giuro di osservare fedelmente, lealmente e onorevolmente tutto ciò che in questo momento mi è stato letto. Che Dio e i nostri santi patroni mi assistano.
Italian is also an official language
It's the first
of
Italian
Switzerland, yeah.
swearing we've heard.
Schwöre! Moi, Albardier II, je jure d'observer loyalement et de bonne foi tout ce qu'il vient de m'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et nos saints patrons m'assistent. Hop! Ein!
Hellebardier, RS, U, Hollande!
Schwöre! Moi, Albardier Giroud, je jure d'observer loyalement et de bonne foi tout ce qui vient de m'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et nos saints patrons m'assistent. Hop!
He's not wearing the armor, and he doesn't seem to be one of the musicians.
He is in the band, playing another instrument.
Okay.
Only drummers and pipers get the special uniform.
Ich, Hellebardier Imhoff, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen.
Another interesting fact, the sergeant reading the names has to know them all by heart and in the exact combination when they appear.
Schwöre!
Ich, Hellebardier RS, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen.
Ab! Ein!
Albardier, Branca!
Présent, sergent! Schwöre!
Ich, Hellebardier Iseli, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen.
Ab! Ein!
As a former dancer, I really appreciate the precision and the careful choreography of every single step.
Ich, Hellebardier Wiesme, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen.
Ab! Ein!
When starting the Swiss Guard and learning everything, it does feel like you're learning to a special kind of dance.
The discipline must be very rigid, very
Hours of work.
demanding.
Hours of work.
D'observer loyalement et de bonne foi tout ce qui vient de m'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et le Saint Patron m'assiste. Hop! Ein!
Hellebardier, Skragen, Wachmeister.
Schwöre! Ich, Hellebardier Nägele, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen. Ab! Ein!
Hallebardier, Deli,
Rosso, Sergio! Schwöre! Ich, Hellebardier Santum, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen. Ab!
Another member of the band, he was singing the trumpet fanfare in the beginning.
Schwöre!
ich, Hellebardier Skrakel, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen.
Ab! Ein!
Hallebardier, Pirovino, Palo, Sergio.
Schwöre!
Moi, Hallebardier Deli, je jure d'observer loyalement de bonne foi tout ce qui vient de m'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et nos saints patrons m'assistent.
Ab! Ein!
Hallebardier, Greta, Trésor, Sergent.
Schwöre! Ich, Hellebardier Müller, schwöre, alles das, was mir soeben vorgelesen wurde, gewissenhaft und treu zu halten, so wahr mir Gott und unsere heiligen Patrone helfen. Ab! Ein!
Hallebardiere, Canonica,
Presente, sergente! Schwöre!
moi, Hallebardier Pirovino, je jure d'observer loyalement et de bonne foi tout ce qui vient de m'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et nos saints patrons m'assistent.
Ab! Ein! Schwöre!
Moi, hallebardier prétend, je jure d'observer loyalement et de bonne foi tout ce qu'il vient de m'être lu, aussi vrai que Dieu et nos saints patrons m'assistent.
Ab! Ein! Schwöre! Io, alla bardiere canonica, giuro di osservare fedelmente, lealmente e onorevolmente tutto ciò che in questo momento mi è stato letto, che Dio e i nostri santi patroni mi assistano. Up! Ein!
And that was the final guard.
28 of them, right? Am I
Correct.
right?
I believe it was
That's
around 28. My one had about 27 Swiss guards. My swearing-in ceremony. Although mine was on the courtyard, so it was a bit different.
But are there new recruits every year?
Every year there are 3 times that people get recruited. The flag is being ushered out again. It's a big ceremony. And the movement where you hold the halberd up, that is a sign of respect towards the flag as well.
word halberd a German word?
I believe it comes from Germany. Halberd. Hellebarde, it would be in German.
Right.
Rule!
Now the band is moving forward and getting ready to play their concert, which has a wide set list of about, I think, 3 or 4 songs. 5 maybe.
Classical music?
Not only.
Not only. Right, I was asking Finn, is it going to be classical music?
Not only, I think you will recognize at least one of the songs that they will play.
Let's listen.
The band is assembling on the steps at the front of the hall podium.
Reading that every year there is a different canton, which is like a guest canton, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct. Of all of the Swiss cantons, every year one of the cantons is invited to send their representatives to the Swiss Guard barracks, and they have a special tour and some events organized.
So this year it's Thurgau.
Thurgau, correct.
Thurgau.
Thurgau is famous for its apples.
For its apples.
Correct. And very good apple cider.
So it's headed by the government president, Dominique Diezi, who's obviously present today. Also present, you were saying, all the highest representatives of the Swiss armed forces, the corps commander, Benedict Roos.
Correct.
As well as the representative of the Swiss Bishops' Conference.
Yes.
Who is Bishop Charles Morerod, who is the Bishop of Lausanne, Geneva and Fribourg.
Correct.
But not only, I mean, there's a delegation from the Swiss Confederation, the President, Guy Parmelin.
Every year, also last year, the Confederation President has a hearing with the Pope before like a few hours in the morning before the actual swearing-in ceremony,
Right,
so he may
right.
be present as well.
I understand that yesterday evening there was Vespers in the church in Santa Maria della Pietà
Correct?
in the Campo Teutonico, so it's inside the Vatican, right?
Yes.
And I think Cardinal Parolin presided at that.
No,
Vespers.
that was the Mass
That
this
was
morning.
the Mass this morning.
Yeah, the
right.
Vespers were headed by a different bishop.
Okay.
I was present there as well.
And this morning, were you present for the Mass with Cardinal
I was not.
Parolin?
I was working.
You were working. And tomorrow morning, I understand that Pope Leo will receive the new guards in an audience in the Vatican.
Correct. New guards and their families have the honor to have a private audience with the Pope.
We'll be watching out for his address tomorrow as well. The Pope will address the new guards and his families during the audience.
Correct. Now they're preparing for their second song.
Must have been received in audience by Pope Francis 2 years ago.
No,
No?
because my swearing-in ceremony was only the one last year.
Ah,
It was moved to October because of the
Right.
unfortunate death, God rest his soul, of Pope
Ah.
Francis in April.
right.
And during the vacancy, there, of course,
Of
wasn't a
course.
swearing-in ceremony. Or in that time, it was too turbulent. So it got moved to October. So that's when I had my swearing-in ceremony.
And it was exactly what we are seeing today.
It was very similar, but it was in fact on the courtyard in front of
Okay.
the Apostolic Palace, not here, which has some differences. But I mean, in the end, it's the same thing. You're swearing your life, you're taking an oath, and the response you say and the formula doesn't change.
And were you received by the Pope as well?
We had a private audience as well. With my mum and my dad were present during the
With
audience.
the new Pope then?
Yes,
Leo.
very
Right.
exciting. And it was, of course, the first time in a long time that the Pope was present at a swearing-in ceremony.
Oh, right. Do you ever get to see him in the Vatican?
Of course, our service does entail that you do see him because you're in the same place as him, and everywhere he goes, the Swiss Guard goes. So if near or from far, you do get to see the Pope very often.
Does he recognize you?
Sorry?
Does he recognize you? Can you see like a glimmer of recognition? Like,
I believe
hi,
working
Finn.
I believe working tightly with every Swiss Guard is there is automatically a connection,
Right.
and his presence here, of course, signifies something as well.
Right. I think in the years, Pope Francis, who was very friendly,
Sorry.
he was quite friendly with a lot of the Swiss Guards, but it was his way, obviously.
Yes, every pope is of course
Of
different,
course.
and it doesn't matter who we are or who the pope is. We do our swearing in, and we take our oath to every pope and every successor of the pope.
Of
So for
course.
us, no matter who we serve, we do it with honor and loyalty. There is a drummer solo going on right now.
It's amazing, as you were saying, the drummers have the different coloured feathers.
Yeah. It would be drummers and pipers, but there are no pipers at the moment in Swiss Guard.
I noticed there flags adorning the Paul VI Hall, and I imagine they are all the cantons present.
Correct, they're all the cantons in general. So they're the same as we have in our.
Now they're along the sides.
They're the same as we have in our courtyard of honor as well. So it's just all of the canton flags to represent the inherent Swissness of everything.
That was really good.
Most of the people playing the drums were actually also drummers in the military, in the Swiss military. And they're very good at their jobs, of course.
Finn has recognised the song, the music that's being played.
Well, I have been spoiled already by the general. They've been training it often, but I knew this song would come. So.
What's it called?
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. Yes.
I did say there'd be at least one song you recognise. I imagine some viewers at home might have been singing along, or maybe adding the famous ad-libs.
Right. Yes, viewers and listeners, for those who are listening on radio, I'm sure they're enjoying it just as much because it is so rich in sound, in music, and it sets such an atmosphere as well.
The guards are retaking their original forms, which they were before, preparing for the end of the ceremony, after, of course, the speech. The command richten means in German to adjust, so to correct one's stance.
Looks as though the Pope's preparing to greet the guards, to greet all those present.
Al termine di questa bella e toccante cerimonia,
At the conclusion of this beautiful and moving ceremony, I wish to extend my cordial greetings to everyone, beginning with the President of the Confederation and the other civil and military authorities. It's with affection and gratitude that I greet the families of the Swiss Guards. Thank you for being here. To you, dear young men who have taken the oath, I express my esteem and gratitude. The act you have performed bears witness to a commitment of fidelity, inspired by youthful enthusiasm and founded on faith in God and love for the Church. I place it under the protection of the Virgin Mary, together with the entire precious service of the Pontifical Swiss Guard. I wish you all a pleasant evening and a joyful celebration. Pope Leo XIV there for the first time in this particular event.
Not the first time in history, but the first time in a very long time.
So, no, not the first time in history, but for him, for Leo XIV.
The swearing-in ceremonies?
Yeah?
This is the second.
It's his second.
Yeah, the first time was my oath-taking
in October.
Ceremony. Exactly, yeah.
Do you know who the woman is?
I cannot say with certainty.
That's okay.
Spiel, substance. Vorwärts. Marsch.
the band clearly does a lot of work. They do a lot of practicing, a lot of rehearsing, a lot of playing.
I can attest to that, yes. They do practice a lot. But it's lovely when you see them in action like this. That they are very amazing.
They're accomplished musicians, clearly.
I would say so, yes.
Do they also do the military training?
They are as much a part of the Swiss Guard as any other. They're not separate or anything. They're Swiss Guards, also doing Swiss Guard work, but they're also in the band and very talented.
Oberstleutnant Rossier, melde Ihnen die Zeremonie beendet.
He is now telling the commander that the ceremony is finished, to which a commander will do that to the Pope.
Zum Befehl, Oberst.
Now he orders them that they may leave. Rechts translated would be to your right. The formation is built up from the flag, the drummers, followed by the band, and afterwards by the guards themselves with halberds.
Marching before the Pope and before all the guests, obviously, and representatives of the armed forces.
Unlike when they entered, which was a presenting of arms, now it's an exit, and with that it is the normal march. So
it's
about double the speed.
It's not la marcia lenta.
Not anymore, no.
Right. Truly special, beautiful, beautiful ceremony.
I can say from personal experience that this is an event that one does never forget. One can't forget such an event, to be honest. Once in a lifetime and unforgettable.
Okay, so we're starting to close here.
Correct.
So, first of all, I want to thank you, Finn, for your irreplaceable, precious and fundamental contribution today. Thanks to
Thank you, Linda. Thank you. Of course, I'm very happy to be here. As said in the speech, I'm happy to serve.
Thank you very much. You've also been very eloquent, very articulate, and I'm sure our listeners and viewers were very happy to have you.
I do hope so. It was a pleasure to be here.
Thank you. And that is ending the live stream broadcast of this very special swearing-in ceremony for the Pontifical Swiss Guard here in the Vatican. So again, I would like to thank our sound engineer, our audio coordinator, our media partners, EWTN TV, Sultan Light TV, Shalom World TV, at Mardashan TV, Catholic Faith Network in America, Radio Maria England, Luminous Radio India, and all of you who made this broadcast possible. Thank you for joining us. Thank you again so much to our Swiss Guard. Finn, remind me your surname.
Schechteling,
there you are. I would thank you so much for walking us through this very, very special event with such expertise and knowledge.
I hope I was able to give some insight.
Absolutely. So until next time, Laudetur Jesus Christus, praised be to Jesus Christ.
Ihnen herzlich für Ihre Anwesenheit und Ihr Verständnis und wünschen Ihnen allen einen angenehmen und schönen Abend.
Mesdames et messieurs, chers invités, afin de garantir une sortie fluide et ordonnée, nous comptons à présent sur votre aimable collaboration. Nous prions les invités qui ne sont pas conviés à l'apéritif de bien vouloir quitter la salle d'audience par les portes latérales situées à leur droite. En revanche, les invités conviés à l'apéritif sont priés de préparer leur billet d'entrée et de se diriger vers les sorties situées à leur gauche. Merci.
Gentili